Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope that you can see me. Let me just double check that real quick. Yes, there we are. All right, well, hello, everyone. I am Pamela with Business Concepts Accelerated, also known as BCA, and I want to welcome you to my channel. This is my opportunity to speak with you, and just want to double check again and make sure we are live on YouTube properly. If you would give me that moment. Maybe to be live, because I want to make sure. Yes. Awesome. All right. So I think we are good. All right. So thank you again. I wanted to just start off again by saying thank you for joining my channel. And I want to make sure that you know that we have a wonderful guest coming up. We are so excited to have Miss Alysse Daniels and Adventures with Mariah to join us today. This is going to be very much so a heartfelt interview for me, because I've known Alysse for many years, and I know the dedication that she has put into her project. And I'm just really super thrilled that it's launch day, December 5th, next Saturday at 2 p.m. We are asking everyone to join us there. So everyone, just wait just one moment. If you'll give me time, what I'm going to do is share a little bit about who I am, what this platform is all about, and what you can expect to hear from us in the coming future. Right now, Business Concepts Accelerated, which is, again, BCA, is we love and we support business owners, first of all. That is our core passion, and that is what we do. So what we happen to have is a network. This is my background. Many years ago, I was a managing director of a professional women's network that was throughout the United States, and I represented Atlanta for 3 years. And that gave me opportunity to speak with women business owners and connect with them and connect people who had a passion but did not necessarily have a business yet. And that's where Business Concepts Accelerated kind of evolved from. And I was able to take that and literally, it kind of sat on the side for many years. And then I was able to bring it back. Especially this year with it being COVID and there being so much going on with our with what's going on in the country. I just want to make sure that we're all set, because I had another signal there. I just want to make sure that was good. But with everything that's going on in the country, this year especially, Business Concepts Accelerated, or BCA, doing business to business, B2B, live, evolved. And through COVID, through 2020, I say if you didn't come out of 2020 better than you went in, and this is not even looking at all of the things and all the tragedies of this year, because that's a whole nother story. I'm talking about the serial entrepreneurs, or people who didn't know that they had that entrepreneur gene or passion. They took that passion and they may have evolved that into a business. So if you are coming out of 2020, and I'd love to hear comments on this, if you're coming out of 2020 kind of on another whole level than you imagined than when you went in, then that is a good thing. That means you utilize this time that you had, extra hours. I saved 2-hour commute per day that I saved. And in my evenings, I was able to streamline my focus to what it is I'm trying to do. So if you had that type of determination and things going on, and you can come out of 2020 in a better light, then bless you, because that's the golden ticket right there. And that's what I've done with BCA. So BCA B2B Live is a connecting platform. We are going to be launching in early 2021. And in that, we're going to have a network where business owners will be able to come, and no matter if you're a small, medium, or large size business owner, no matter if you have a simple inquiry such as, I have a passion, I don't know what to do with that, we have a whole team to help with that, or you have complex situations, we have resources that can address those. Astute, experienced professionals in our network that I can guarantee that they could be someone that could be a catalyst to catapult your business forward. That is our intent. I hope that that resonates through. How do you become a part of this network? Well, we'd love for you to go to our website, www.bcab2blive.com. And if you would join us there, list your company, let us know who you are, what country you're from, just a little bit about what you do. We will be able to keep you in the loop, and you'll have all access as we debut early 2021. So list your company with us, ask any inquiries. If you have interest in being on one of our future YouTube 101 specials like today, and you are, the whole point with this is to allow business owners to come before you, share a little bit about who they are, what their products and services offerings are, and their motivation to do global business. So we are connecting. We're connecting businesses across the world. So list your company with us and watch what we do. I'm excited about it. All right, so also I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that you having your gifts and finding those and harnessing those, and just really just being thankful, because this has been a very trying year for a lot of people, myself included. I am saying a silent prayer to everyone affected by the pandemic. And, you know, you all, I pray for all people. I pray for unity. I pray for us to come together and talk across the aisles, because if we don't talk, such as in a marriage, if you don't talk and communicate, red, blue, blue, red, if you don't talk and work across the aisles effectively to address all concerns, then we'll never get anywhere. But we have the opportunity now to move this country forward. And that is my hope and dream. With that, we are able to also connect globally. So with that, I have coming up Miss Alysse Daniels with Adventures with Mariah, and she will share with us in regards to all of the things that she has in her global outlook as she moves forward. So this is exciting. And look who just joined. Hello, Alysse.
Hello there. How are you today?
I am fine, dear. How are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being on my show. I'm really super thrilled to have you here as well. I know that you and I've followed you for many years. So I'm a fan of Miss Alysse Daniels and the Adventures with Mariah. So thank you and welcome again.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to, first of all, I wanted to just say that we know that Adventures with Mariah, it can be found in many locations. And we talked a little bit about the Amazon ranking. I got my book, I downloaded it the other day, and it's ranked as the #1 international bestseller. That is exciting.
Yes, I
Congratulations
am
to
very
your
excited
team.
about that. Yes, very exciting.
Yes. So we'll talk a lot more about that, but I also wanted to touch bases on and celebrate you working with small businesses, such as the My Well Read Child Book Fair and others across the country. I mean, I love this. This is great, Alysse.
Thank you.
What are you, and then the great thing about it, and the neat thing when I did check out the My Well Read Child Book website is that the book club that they have there encourages kids to get a new book every month, you know, and that's exactly what your theme and your premise is to influence the child's love of reading. Just talk about that, just the gap of where we have been and just the love of putting a book in a child's hands.
Yes, so definitely. So one of the things, and you know, Pamela, as we were growing up, we had parents, grandparents, elders around us who read, but unfortunately society has changed, and a lot of times children are not raised in those small communities where they have grandparents nearby, parents are working and they're not home as much. So it's really important to me to kind of reinvigorate, refoster that love for reading with families, that we sit down together and we read together, that parents and grandparents are reading to small children,
Yeah.
that small children are in turn reading back to them. And one of the things that encourages the love for reading is to have multiple things to read that you enjoy and you can learn from at the same time.
Wonderful. Yes, very, very important. And that's what this is going to, I mean, I almost feel like it's a movement. You know, I'm super excited because, and I love in your forward on your book, how you know, kind of address your tribe, which are your supporters and the people who kind of, you know, work with you. So I love that as well. So.
Thank you.
Yes. So again, back to Black Friday, I went and I downloaded the book, and I do plan to go back and purchase a hard copy book as well. But I did have the opportunity to just kind of peruse through. So if you'll tell our viewers just before we get started and dive in, I want them to know where to go or what specials you have or what's going on with the book right now.
Perfect. So yeah, so you can currently purchase our book on Amazon. And if you just do a search for Adventures with Mariah, the book will come up. You also can find your way to the book on our website, which is www.adventureswithmariah.com. It is also up on the book fair website that you mentioned.
Yes.
And we will also have, going forward, probably for Cyber Monday, we will have the buy one, get one free book, because our goal is to get a lot of books out there into the marketplace so that people are talking about it, they're reading it, and that people have the opportunity to purchase books for Christmas, for kids, for Kwanzaa, for Hanukkah, to have as great gift ideas.
Absolutely. Great stocking stuffer as well. Any organizations that someone would like to gift a book to, then that would be a great idea as well. So I wanted you to take a moment and share a little bit about the actual book and the illustrations of the book. If you'll share your screen, if you'll walk us through, that would be wonderful.
Certainly. If you give me just a moment, I will get my screen shared.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
I can.
Yeah, so perfect. So just at a very high level overview, the premise of Adventures with Mariah is that there's a little girl named Mariah who has super friends who they go on adventures with her all around the world. And to do that, they typically have to start off with Grandpa reading them a story, because what I wanted to do was correlate for children to know that they're all superheroes, number one. And number two, that there are so many adventures between the covers of so many great books. So we're kind of modeling what we want to represent. So the book starts off in Atlanta. Mariah is from Atlanta, Georgia, and it is on Sweet Auburn Avenue, which is historic for many reasons, because it was the place for a lot of Black businesses and where a lot of Black culture thrived in the Atlanta area. It was also the street where Dr. Martin Luther King was born and raised. So the kids, it starts off, the kids are just playing in the yard, having a good time, as kids do. And then they realize that they want to go hear a story. So Mariah says, hey guys, do you want to go to Grandpa's and hear a story? They say yes. They hold hands and twirl, and they say a magic phrase, which is in the book. And when they finish the phrase, they actually end up in Grandpa's library. So as you can see, there's a swirl of light and color and pixie dust. They're in their superhero costumes, and they're in Grandpa's library. Grandpa starts to read them a book, and then they realize that they have to travel to Accra, Ghana, to actually solve a mystery that is in the book. The mystery is about Nana Ose Tutu, and his daughter has been kidnapped. And so Mariah and her friends have to go there to find out who kidnapped her. So this is a scene of them arriving in modern day Accra, Ghana. It was very important for us to do illustrations that showed the modern city, and also focused on the customs of the city. So this is them meeting the little girl Onika, who's dressed in customary attire. And then also, I love this image. This is actually in the marketplace. Yes, with all the beautiful kente cloth, because they have to follow clues. And the kente cloth is actually one of the clues. And as you read the book, you'll see that they learn how kente cloth was made and how it became a symbol of royalty. And now it's a symbol that everyday people can wear all around the world.
Wonderful.
And then they actually have to go to ancient Kumasi. So with Grandpa's staff, they have the power to jump space and time as well. So they're able to go to ancient Kumasi and actually meet Nana Ose Tutu, the king, and actually find out from him how they can help. And this is probably my favorite image in the book, because it really shows one of the things that we're focusing on, which is bridging cultures. Showing the king here and the chief and a king here who's the head of a family here in America, with Mariah right in the middle. They solve the mystery, and they actually get rewarded with their very own, Mariah gets her very own custom-made purple kente cloth. So it's an exciting adventure that infuses history, culture, all within the story to allow for a great and exciting time.
Wow. And Alysse, this is beautiful. What about the illustration? It is just, you can tell the care and the intricateness of the illustration. Tell us about your illustrator.
Yes, I sure will. So my illustrator is Lindsay Sim Jordan Jr. He's an Atlanta native, born and raised here, and he actually went to Clark Atlanta University, which is a historic Black college or university. He loves illustrating, and he and I have worked on this project to the point where we are in sync with the level of detail, what we want to capture. And I think what makes it most important is Lindsay believes in the mission of this project, which allows him to draw with passion, so that we're able to see the story come to life through the illustrations.
Well,
and we
certainly
do have
does.
And we do have plans to have the animated cartoon, and Lindsay has already started working on the animations for that as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. Wow, again, and then so in regard to your volume 1 is in Ghana. So how did you select that, and how will you select your next adventure?
Yeah, so great question. Thank you for asking that. So we selected Accra, Ghana for a couple of reasons. One is that we wanted volume 1 to take place on the continent of Africa. We had a lot of cities.
Unshare your screen if you don't mind.
Did
you unshare your screen?
I can. You want me to?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me stop share. There we go. How's that?
Awesome.
And is my video still on?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, so we wanted the first volume to be on the continent of Africa, and we talked about various cities. The reason that we selected Ghana was because we've just come out of the year of the return, which is the 400 years from the first person arriving in America as an enslaved person. And Ghana is doing a large movement to attract Africans who were born in America back to Africa. And so now we're in the midst of Beyond the Return, where it's a 10-year cultural, economic, community renaissance of African work and life. And so that's how Accra made sense that should be the first city that we go to.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Wow. More to come there. Tell us a little bit about Mariah. Who is Mariah?
Yeah, so Mariah, as you know, is the main character. She's an 8-year-old little girl, but she's actually named after my great grandmother, whose name was Mariah.
Okay.
I named her after Mariah because my great grandmother, at the tender age of 15, migrated from South Georgia, which outside of Savannah, up to New York, during what was known in America as the Great Migration. That's significant because that also led to a lot of the patterns that we see in the United States as far as large urban cities being populated so densely by African Americans. So for
Yes.
her to have the courage at 15 to have no money, very little education, but just to know she was not going to be working on that farm any longer, let me know that she had to have courage, unbelievable. And I want little kids to know when they watch it, Mariah, that she's inspires courage in them and that
Yes.
everyone can be courageous.
I love it. And I'm sure everyone loves that. So,
Yes.
um, again, Mariah is a children's book, but many adults seem to find the connection through memories of fables of, being taught by their grandfather or grandmother or sitting at the feet of the elders, and just the value of that generational value. Speak on that a little bit in regards to how that connection happens with the book.
Yeah, so because we intentionally wrote in grandpa, grandpa is actually the one who reads the stories to the children. So
Okay.
that automatically creates a multi-generational relationship. It also shows children that the elder, the patriarch of the family can also be loving and nurturing and supportive and read to children. And what I found was, in talking to families who are reading this book together, is that they found that one daughter started reading it out loud, and next thing you know, her sister came and sat down, then her mother sat down, then her father sat down. So that literally this is the type of story that transcends generations and makes you want to
Yes.
learn more
Yes.
about what you're reading about. They also found that they were pausing to kind of do a quick online search of, okay, we want to find out where is ancient Kumasi, find out more about Nana Ose Tutu. So again,
Yes.
encourage them to do research and
To do
reading on their
research.
own as well. Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, the learning just continues and continues. The book targets reading for boys and girls age 5 to 10, but really all ages, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And so the value is to all children, I would imagine.
Yes, it is. And I'm glad you mentioned boys and girls. Even though Mariah is the girl star character, she has her best friends with her. And there's Mark, who is a mathematician, Miguel, who's a scientist, and Madison, who is a sociologist slash geographer. So there's something for everyone, whether your age or your gender. You will enjoy Adventures with Mariah.
Great. And the very powerful stories and characters in regards to kings, queens, customs, traditions. How will you find your next volumes to come?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And one of the things that we want to do is we want to really focus on, again, how do we bridge um, Africans on the continent with Africans who live in America, with Africans who live across the world in the diaspora. So we
Yes.
actually are meeting with several heads of state in Africa, trying to determine what is the next country. And we will work with them using the same proven methodology we use for this one, where we do the research and we incorporate their tribal and cultural historical stories into the book, and make it at a level where kids and young adults can understand it. So we're working, and we have committed that the first 10 volumes will, the kids will visit cities in Africa.
Wow. That is exciting. That's exciting in regards to bridging the two worlds between Africa and the diaspora. What a way, what a reason to want to come home after
Yes.
through a simple child's book, Adventures with Mariah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So my next question kind of centered around that in regards to, not being any pressure to how the weight of this book, I mean, what we just spoke about in regards to the diaspora, kind of waking up a little bit with these simple fables and simple stories. But it really can be a bridge between Africans and African Americans. And that's really powerful. So congratulations again.
Thank you. And I do just want to expound upon that point, because one of the things that's important for the reason that this is a children's book is that children are at a place where they're pliable and they can change their worldview in a very positive way. So for me to write stories that children want to then talk to their parents, their communities about, helps them see that we are kings and queens and we are descendants of kings and queens, and we should always carry ourselves that way.
Yes, 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 yes. The book series intentionally focuses on pre and post colonialism time period. Why is that important to you?
That's extremely important to me because I want to celebrate our culture as Africans. And for me, the colonial era, which was a very long time period, we're talking about centuries, that has had a very large and negative impact on Africans and African Americans and Africans descended worldwide. So for me, there's been enough in the history books about the negative impact of colonialism. What I want to do is focus on the positive, and I want to focus on the pre-colonial times, the wealth that these countries had, the riches, the kingdoms that they owned. And then I want to focus on modern day, which is why it was very important for me to show them arriving in modern day Accra, to see that, yes, there are buildings, there are cars, it's a fashion capital. And actually, I was on an interview the other day when the interviewer said that he didn't realize, he had never really thought of Africa beyond, lions and zebras and the safari. And it's like, no, that's just one tiny part of it. So it's important for us to show pre and post, but also to make sure we always show the modern city and what's happening in that city right now.
Absolutely. And where will Mariah take us next? How will you choose that in regards to I'm sure many countries would love to be the next volume. How are you going to select that? I can't imagine.
It is going to be tough, but like I said, we have been in conversations with some countries, and it's going to be a matter of making sure that we can move forward, because this is it's a global project. So to make sure not only do you want your country involved, but are you willing to put resources behind that, so that when we travel to your country for the book launch, for example, we will go to Accra, Ghana in summer 2021 to launch the book in person, and we will do a book tour, and we will visit schools and give out books to children in the schools. So it's that kind of partnership. We're really looking for people that want to partner with us and be able to help work with us to tell their story or stories. So that's how we'll decide.
Wonderful. And then at the end, we'll make sure we give your information so that everyone knows how to find you as well. So in regards to, we talked a little bit about parents, grandparents, the village alike. In regards to the support and the movement of the book, how important is the tribe community to you?
Oh, the tribe is very important. There's the old proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a tribe to launch any type of project that's going to be substantial. So for me to have the tribe, which consists of family and friends and early adopters who believe in this project, and who continue to promote it and support it. I mean, that's why literally we were able to hit that status on Friday, because people believed and they clicked and downloaded the book. And that's what we want to have. We want to make sure that we keep fostering our tribe. They'll always know what's coming first. And I actually spoke with someone today, and they're like, let me know the dates for Ghana. I want to go too. So who knows how big our group will be when we go in September 2021.
Well, you literally broke the internet. I'm telling you. I had all kinds of calls coming in asking me about it. How do I get to download that book? So wonderful. So tell us, in regards to, you have a launch coming, the official US launch, and then I know you're planning a global launch as well. Tell us first of all about your launch next Saturday, December 5th at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. Thank you. So yes, we are launching our United States launch, which it still will be a global launch, because we will have a guest speaker, an actual chief from Ghana, Nana Obakese Ampa I, will join us on the launch, but it will be on Saturday, December 5th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, which is The Adventures with Mariah. And we will make sure we get that information up on our website. So if you forget that, you'll be able to locate us. We're super excited because the launch is not just about me. It's not just about the book. It's about the impact that it's going to have in our education space, in our community. So we're going to have a deputy superintendent on the launch. We'll have an elementary school principal on the launch. We'll have a little 8-year-old girl who read the book and is already asking where's the next book on the launch. And like I said, we will have Nana Obakese on from Ghana live on the launch, talking about the significance of this and why he's partnered with us and why he's sponsoring and believing in this partnership that needs to happen now. And that'll be Saturday, December 5th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And we will be there. We will be there with bells on. So I know that you're working in association also with Warrington Consulting, who is a global connector. So that's pretty exciting as well.
That is very exciting. And I really appreciate the support Warrington Consulting has given us. Dr. Kese Jabari has been phenomenal as a door opener and as a connector, and helping us understand how we navigate and do cooperative economics and opportunity with people on the continent.
Wonderful. Wow, such a breath of fresh air you are, I tell you. Thank you so much for being an awesome guest with me today, Alysse. On BCA B2B Live, we connect with businesses who are interested to do business globally, and that certainly equates to you. So we appreciate you being on here on our channel, sharing your story, your vision, and everything else that you have to share. So I didn't know if you had the jingle that you might be able to share with us or not. We'd love.
I do.
Hear it.
Yes, let me play it for you. One moment.
Thank you. Ladies, please make sure you go to the, I'm going to just pause there before you do that. I want to make sure I get the website.
So let's go, 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 Mariah. Come and fly through the sky with Mariah. Cha-cha. Come and play, save the day with Mariah. Cha-cha. It's a magical adventure when we learn together. So let's go, go, go with Mariah.
There you go. I'll stop singing.
Awesome. I have to just tell you one last little question. I found this. And so, Mariah, this is not just the original. This is your book launch, but Mariah has been in your heart for a long time. Please tell us a little bit about the origin, just a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Mariah has been in my heart and been ready to meet the world for a very long time. When I first came up with the concept of Adventures with Mariah, I wanted to really focus on early literacy and how could we help children learn how to read. So my focus was on developing an early literacy reading application that could play on their computer, use on their phones. And that's what I spent a bulk of time working on. And then we kind of put pause on that project. And this summer, it came to me that it's been paused far too long. Just get it out as a book, and then the rest will follow, such as the app, the cartoon, and everything else. And I have full confidence that that will happen. So yeah, so you have the original Mariah.
Like I said, I've been following you and I've been a fan for a long time. So, all right. Well, thank you again for being my guest. I appreciate it. And you're just lovely. We look forward to joining you at the launch next Saturday afternoon. Everyone, go to adventureswithmariah.eventbrite.com to RSVP, and then you can stay in touch and become a part of the tribe with Adventures with Mariah. Thank you so much, Alysse.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to put the website in the chat and I'm logging off. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Awesome. All right, everyone. So thank you again for joining us on BCA B2B Live. Again, if you're interested to become a guest, a future guest on the show, We'd like to spotlight you, what's going on with your business, your offerings, as well, what motivates you to do business globally. We do have coming up Dr. Shelton Good. He is a Forbes trailblazer for diversity and inclusion. So Dr. Good will be with us on our next show, and we look forward to welcoming him then. So again, thank you so much. I'm signing off. This is Pamela with Business Concepts Accelerated, also known as BCA. List your company with us and follow us, subscribe to this channel, but also follow us on our social networks, Instagram, BCA B2B Live. Also, we want to make sure that you list your company on our website so that we have your information and you have all access and early access to what's coming with the Connector platform early 2021. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful afternoon. Take care.